Our characters walk off screen, and we go into the glitch exhibition. So, for the glitch exhibition, I'm going to be just getting some hotkeys set up, frame advance and all that, because this is just the nature of the of how it must be. Let's actually, you know, let's load them from this menu because I don't want spoilers. So, I'm all set up for this. So, first of all, I'm gonna go to this save state. So now I'm gonna unpause. So right here, I've currently got the game set up to 1 frame before the hawker shows up to buy our chicken. So normally when you exchange your chicken, he just goes away. And you get a power berry in your place when you exchange it for a chicken. However, timer? Do I need a timer for this? Sure. Sorry, I need to pause it first, because what we're going to be doing is actually, I am gonna set up the hotkeys just for easier loading. Is if we pick up the chicken the exact same frame, the frame before the hawker comes, we can pick up the chicken, and then once we place the chicken down, the hawker will come. And so now things can get a bit weird. So let's do that again. Except let's go to a different screen. And he still sells the power berry. So you can actually use this to spawn a power berry anywhere in the game. And while we're here, let's explore the power berry duplication glitch a little bit more. So I'm gonna be going until I do the duplication glitch. So let's think for a little bit. So normally you have a secret garden, and when you do the secret garden or eat a power berry, a flower blooms in the secret garden. There are 10 flowers. So what if you use the power berry duplication glitch to eat more than 10 power berries? Where would the 11th flower spawn? Well, let's find out. Let's just spawn a clone of ourselves and eat this cake. And because we've primed the power berry duplication glitch, eating this cake will give us a power berry. And while we're at it, let's go buy the brush, because the brush is a very nice item to have for our 0 cows. So you never know, we might need the brush. So where do you guys think the 11th flower is going to spawn, signifying that we have 11 power berries eaten? Turns out the 11th power berry spawns on our house. So if you eat more power berries, they just kind of fill up the roof of your house. So now I'm going to do, this is a glitch that is very easy to do. It's something that I found. This will actually cause us to soft lock. It's spell glitch. So if you spam bell while switching items, you'll hear a bit of distortion, and the game will kind of lag. Like that. And now we've soft locked the game, because we're using the bell while we're holding up the bell, and it's kind of weird. The duplicated power berry actually increases our maximum stamina. It really does. So we can have more than 200 max stamina. And now we've soft locked. So let's just pause and do this chicken thing again. And for the record, you can do the chicken thing without the hawker present also. So now we're in summer. I've buffered the I've buffered the hawker, or I mean the animal dealer, trying to sell our chicken. So let's just go to the summit of the summit. More of a hard lock. Actually, I think the game just flat out crashes, but point is, the game really doesn't like bell sound glitch, I don't know. And in fact, once I accidentally somehow duplicated my bell. I still don't know how, but I actually had 2 bells. So let's just plop our chicken down here. Hey look, it's the animal dealer! What are you doing behind the fence? Also, the text is at the top of the screen. Animal dealer walks off left. Don't ask me how they got there, but sure. So, what are we gonna do next? What we're gonna do is we are gonna... Give me a moment, let me figure out what my saves are. We're gonna grab this, and this chicken glitch is actually going to be the gateway to all of the rest of our glitches. So, what happens, since we have 1 frame to move, actually, so what happens if we set our chicken down in our house, and then leave our house? It costs 500 to sell our chicken. Sure, our chicken's not actually spawned, but let's just sell it anyway. Everything looks normal, right? Let me just pick up this weed. Walk around for a bit. Things look a bit weird. See if I can get the thing to happen. Oh, I just am my horse now. Everything's looking perfectly normal. And now just that we just spawned where our horse was. And our horse is invisible for the record, but if we get on our horse, it'll get back to normal. Here's our horse. Let me just... 1 second. So let's do this again, but this time my dog is outside. So... let's just do what we just did. Fortunately, I didn't do it correctly. It is kind of difficult to set up the positioning. Unfortunately, we also didn't get it. We didn't place the chicken down. It's very, very precise few pixels that you have like 2 or 3 pixels. It's very precise. There we go, we got it. We can't sell our dog. We're not gonna sell our dog. And now we're invisible. So, the reason we're invisible is because our dog is on screen. I have another save state with the horse doing the same effect, but it's kind of causing like a sprite overload. So let's just grab this weed. Yeah, try and figure out what's going on here. I dare you. My dog and I are just one and the same. You can actually get yourself to turn into the dog, and it's pretty hilarious, but... yeah, weird things happen. So, let's do that again. Wrong save. So now let's activate the invisible glitch again. This time it's being activated with my horse. So now we're invisible. So, we're actually a ghost, for the record. We are actually a ghost, and I can prove it because, right now, we are right here. You can't see my mouse, but we are right above the shipping bin. Right now, I'm top of the shipping bin. So what happens if we just go up? We cannot sell ourselves, I'm sorry. And we are actually a ghost, because if I jump over this fence, we just phase through everything. Spooky. And now we're stuck at the top of our farm. So, let's do that again. But this time, let's not jump over a fence. sell our chicken. Let's pick up a bush, and now we're carrying an invisible bush, and now we've actually activated double jump. This game doesn't feel like a platformer, but it's actually a platformer. Because, if you jump over a fence... Wait. Normally you're only supposed to jump over the one fence. However, with double jump activated, you actually jump twice. So normally we can't jump over our plants, but with double jump we can. We can jump over solid walls, into solid walls. It's pretty good stuff. So guys, what do you think will happen? Let you guys think about it for a moment. So what if we jump into that building with double jump? What will happen? No, there's no shipping today. Anyone got any ideas? Well, let's just figure this out for ourselves, shall we? We are now stuck inside this building. Let's just run around for a bit. Things look perfectly normal, right? Hey, look, it's our farm again. Sort of. Things look normal, right? For the record, we're soft locked. So let's actually load this save state, which is where I've got the double jump glitch primed. So, what if we activate double jump on the side of a building? Because that way we would be able to squeeze out of the building. This feels like a good position to move around in. Do you know where we are? Because I sure don't. No, there's no shipping today. Go away, shipper. For the record, if we put our, if we drop our bush, we freeze in place. So we can't drop our bush. Oh, what the? So for the record, this glitch has many effects, and I don't know all of them, because I just discovered this last night. So I don't know what's going on. I think we're inside of a building. But we spawned the hawker for a little bit. Okay, yeah, we phased inside of a building. Let's try that again and see if we can get different results to happen. Because there's some really interesting things. I don't know all of the things that can happen when we do this, but sure, let's explore the clouds. That sounds fun. Oh, look, it's our farm. Except collision is dubious at best. Sometimes you can actually find loading zones. Then things get really weird. Oh, what just happened? I don't even know. Oh, well, apparently we just froze the game. This is not only a graphical glitch. This is not only a graphical glitch. I'm just gonna say that right now. Because in certain situations, I'm just gonna say it right now, this can actually permanently corrupt a map. This can permanently corrupt your farm map data. Let's just do this for a while. And see if we can permanently corrupt the map. Let's try and make our way into into our shed, and see if we have permanently corrupted map. We do! We have permanently corrupted the map. So, collision is questionable, plants have cropped up overnight, logs are taking over the universe, we've got stray loading zones somewhere over here and stuff. Things are making absolutely no sense. We do actually have stray loading zones, let me just find one of them. Maybe not in this corruption. Oh yeah, that was a loading zone. Now we're inside our chicken coop. Do I think this has speedrun benefits? I do. I don't know what yet, because I literally just discovered this last night, but it does have benefits. And actually, this is actually one that I wanted to show off later, because I actually recognize this particular corruption. If we talk to this plant, we just get the weather forecast for tomorrow. This is by far the strangest effect that I've seen in map corruption so far. So I don't actually know how that happens, but apparently we corrupted the TV, so things are getting weird. What else? Actually, let's do this. Let's load this, and actually I found another way of doing this. Because normally when you just plop the thing you're holding down, you just soft lock. However, if you do it on your horse, you can ride your horse. And then interactions with fences get really weird. Just listen to this. So we can tap B. And do this. And now things get really weird. We can, like, grind on the fence. Oh! Hi there! And we actually soft-locked. Good. But the horse can cause corruption, too. It's kind of weird. That seems like some safe garbage map data. Let's see if we can find let's see if I can dismount my horse. Let's see if we can find something. Like our shed. Or any building. We just jumped over some sort of fence. I don't actually know where in the map we are, for the record, but if we can find my shed, or just a building, there we go, we found it. I think we've got some corrupted map data, just a little bit. Houses are, non-existent. We've just got some random turnips that have just magically cropped up overnight. Fence pieces, interacting through, this. We've got some good stuff. And sometimes you can find loading zones. Maybe not in this particular corruption, but... Oh, no, that's a loading zone. That takes us to our house. And we're actually soft-locked now because we actually can't get out of our house because this is actually permanent. This is actually permanent. If we save, reset the game, I believe this will still be here. This is permanent map corruption. I know if you go to another day, it'll still be there. So we're currently playing on file B. Because I loaded a save state, the previous file actually got erased, but this should be the file that we're on. And yeah, permanent map corruption. It's permanent. If I had my sickle, I could get through this. I don't have my sickle. So let's load another one that I previously made. That's the wrong save. This is the one. So here's another map corruption that I enjoyed. We no longer, for the record, we can no longer enter our barn. Our barn was eaten by a row of turnips. Our barn door is just completely gone. And for the record, I haven't actually found a wrong warp into the barn. We can no longer enter the barn. We can't enter the chicken... We can sort of enter the chicken coop, too. Yeah, there's gotta be something in this. Oh, no. The corruption, it's spreading. Yeah, I do think that there's definitely something on here. Maybe we can find some way to control it, some way to wrong warp. Because actually, I have found some wrong warps that just warp you to the next day. I don't know how, but they just literally... You find a wrong, you just warp, and then suddenly, it's the very next day. Also, this particular corruption also has invisible tiles blocking our floor. Let's load this again. I found warps to the crossroads as well. Is this one of them? No, that's our house again. Is this the crossroads? Yep, now we're just here. And for the record, if I can find a way through this mess, which is a lot easier said than done. I don't know where we just deposited that. Apparently that plant is just a fountain. Yeah, we can actually just go out of bounds. Now we're just over here. We're just completely out of the bounds. There doesn't appear to be anything you can do out of bounds. But we're out of bounds. Now we're back in bounds. So overall, pretty weird stuff. My theory, we can leave the farm, but the corrupted map data is only on the farm. My theory is that if we could somehow trigger this on the mountain, we could corrupt the mountain data. And then maybe, yeah, some sort of wrong warp to best ending, or maybe wrong warp to the Jack and the Beanstalk sequence. And that would give us just a free way of 10 grand. So we can see that this part is normal. Or maybe if we could just activate double jump, we might be able to double jump through this wall and get the golden axe earlier. Something like that. But overall, the possibilities of these glitches are very high. And I'm pretty excited for the future of it. So that basically wraps it up for the best ending speedrun and glitch exhibition. It might be values. I really don't know what the future of this holds. Like I said, I literally found this last night. And if you go to the Harvest Moon speedrunning Discord, you'll see me freaking out about it in text chat. Because I was like, what have I found? What's going on? I found something major. So yeah, this is pretty good. But unfortunately, you have to remember, it does require a frame perfect input. That is picking up the chicken before you sell the chicken. Before the animal seller comes on screen. But with that, we are going to wrap up this run. Thanks, everyone. And coming up next, we have Groat World, I believe, with his marriage of Gustafa in Another Wonderful Life. So that's going to be another hype run. So I've been Cavin856. See you laters.